Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2 is how it ended at the Emirates in the Champions League quarter-final first leg. Bukayo, Saka and Arsenal denied a penalty in the dying minutes. My friend, how would you sum that up? Was it a stonewall or did he dive?
I've just watched it back. He's got to score, man. I'm sorry, he's got to score that goal. I'm disappointed with Bukayo Saka because I feel like he's gone for the way out, and that's to try and go down. He, for me, has to put that in. I've watched it again and again and again, and people are saying to me, penalty, penalty, penalty. I've got a fair group of mine that are saying that it weren't a penalty, it was checked.
Could it be a case of just taking it round Manuel Neuer, or would there be more connection from Manuel Neuer if Bukayo Saka did try and take it round him?
Listen, Bukayo Saka has to have one thing on his mind, score the goal. And I think he's got the other thing. I think he's like, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to hope for a penalty. And he ain't going to get a penalty like that. I'm sorry. People are going to get frustrated by that. People are going to, why is the referee blew the full-time whistle? The referee has not given that penalty because it ain't a penalty. I've just watched it again. I was disappointed. I looked at the time. I looked at it real time and I thought, that's a penalty, right? Come on, blow it. Let's look again. Go check. Go look at VAR. Why's the whistle gone? I've just looked at it. Fair play to the referee. That is not a penalty in my opinion. Saka's just got to put it in. And then we're 3-2 up. And, naivety at times today from Arsenal, in my opinion.
Is there still belief within yourself and also the Arsenal faithful that you can go all the way to the Allianz next week and secure semi-final football for Arsenal in the Champions League?
Listen, I've seen us defensively be superb this season. So, of course, I'm going to have confidence in the team. But when I look at the performances defensively tonight, I weren't massively impressed with it, mate. I can't lie to you. I look at what we've got up against them. They've got no fans here tonight. We had to take massive advantage of that, and we haven't. They'll be well happy with that. They're going to go back to the Allianz now 2-2. Honours even pretty much, and they've got all the fans with them now. So we haven't taken the advantage tonight. I felt like we give away some sloppy goals tonight. We started Kivior at left back to me. He hasn't played since Man City. We saw Zinchenko and Tomiyasu play against Brighton. Tomiyasu's nowhere to be seen tonight, and I think one-on-one defended, he's probably the best out of the three. And I thought Sane and Gnabry were absolutely skinning them tonight. On the break, I thought they were really impressive, and I'm just disappointed because I thought Arsenal could have actually really took the advantage tonight, and I don't think we have, and now we made it difficult for ourselves. We go there in the Allianz Arena, and it's going to be very, very tricky. Different atmosphere to this, hostile. We got to go there and try and get through the game, and this is going to be tricky now, mate. It really is.
If you break down those two Bayern Munich goals, was it a case of lack of experience for some of these Arsenal players? Like, some of these haven't even been on the stage. Jorginho has won the Champions League. Martin Odegaard, for brief spells during his time at Real Madrid, might have been at these levels as well. But is it a case of sort of a lack of experience in those two goals? Saliba bringing down Harry Kane, the space in the middle, David Raya being so high up as well.
Listen, you get advantages with a young squad because you've got a bright future, but you get disadvantages in times tonight. And I think we did show a little bit of naivety. Kivior and Saliba, you mentioned him bringing him down. Kivior got absolutely skinned tonight. Actually, he had to end up coming off in the end for Zinchenko. And it's a surprise tonight. Jesus come on, fair play to him, props to him. Trossard likewise as well. Two very good subs attacking-wise. But I think defensively we'll look at ourselves tonight and be a little bit disappointing because there's been a lot of praise for Arsenal's defence, rightly so. I think Saliba and Gabriel have been an immense partnership. I look at what Ben White's been doing in an Arsenal shirt since the Dubai trip in January. I've been really impressed. But tonight, I've got to say I'm disappointed with Arsenal defensively because I think that, we've given away a cheap penalty. We've been skinned on the left-hand side. I don't really think Martinelli and Kivior did much in the first half there at all. And they absolutely exploited that down our right-hand side, their right-hand side, our left-hand side. And we're disappointed now. We've got a very, very tough away game now, and it shouldn't have been like that tonight. I actually predicted Arsenal to win 1-0 tonight. I thought they would come in and they'd be defensive tonight and they'd really make it tough for us, and I thought we'd break it through. People were saying, why be so negative? Go for 3, go for 4. I can see us scoring 5 tonight. And I said, hold on a minute. Do not disrespect this side. They might not be doing amazing things in Bundesliga at the moment. They might be 12 points behind Bayer Leverkusen. But this is an experienced side that know how to win games of football, that know how to score, and they know how to do experiences like this tonight. You look at Kimmich, you look at Sane, you look at these players that have been out there and done it. And I think we showed a little bit of naivety tonight, and unfortunately, that's why we haven't come away with a win.
I've got to ask you about Harry Kane as well. Of course, scored a penalty on his return to North London against Arsenal. The elbow on Gabriel, it might have been hard for you to see it inside of the stadium because of lack of angles. Yeah. Was a yellow card fair, or should he have been sent off?
Well, listen, I've got to look at it again before I judge that, before I comment on it. I mean, we just literally walked out of the ground. I haven't seen that again. But Harry Kane is known to be a little bit dirty, isn't he? And he likes it up against us. You know, everyone said to me tonight, you are going to get Harry Kane scoring against you, and it's probably going to be a penalty. And that's exactly what we saw tonight. Harry Kane always goes in hard. Harry Kane always does that same move where he tries to get really dirty. But for me, I don't really think I can look at the Bayern Munich players tonight. I'm looking at Arsenal players and thinking, what are you going to do about that? And I hope that we see a reaction when we go to the second leg, because the players out there tonight that wanted it, Martin Odegaard, I thought he was literally brilliant from man of the match for me, minute 1 to the 93. And I feel when I look at what he was doing, he was the one that we should have been looking at to lead by example. But defensively tonight, I think in the first half, everybody on the concourse at half-time was looking disappointed because they felt like we could have got a clean sheet tonight because of how well we've been playing recently. And I just feel like it's going to be a real tough test for us. We can still do it. Absolutely, we're a good side. And away from home, we're actually a really good side. If you look at our away from home record, I know it's Premier League and it's different to Champions League, but we haven't conceded many goals. We've actually only conceded against Forest this year away from home. So maybe...
And Fulham as well conceded 2 on New Year's Day.
So
New Year's Eve, sorry.
New Year's Eve that was. So that was 2023 still. So when I look at it this season, you know, we've conceded a pretty much giveaway goal at Forest away from home. Other than that, we've been really consistently good. And that's what we've got to be, man. And we've got to Allianz Arena now, because this is going to be difficult now. We've got to get through it. And then we face an unbelievable couple of sides in Man City and Real Madrid tonight. 3-3 over there from what I hear. So this is going to be a real tough test for us if we want to go all the way. And this is, for me, a bit of a learning curve tonight, that we've got a couple of young players out there that need to make sure they get ready for this Champions League, because it is very difficult, man.